Hello there. This is part 5 of the series on how to use the Kram Investments platform, and in the video we're going to cover how to deposit and activate your account on Kram Investments. If you've been following the previous videos, we left off the last time we were here in the account. We left off at after setting the payment method. So now we need to deposit and then activate the account. Um, we've already bought crypto through Binance peer-to-peer. If you haven't watched that video, it's the previous one, number 4 on this series. And if you don't have an account, if you haven't bought crypto, if you don't know how to use P2P, I suggest that you first go and watch that before continuing with this one. So in order to deposit, you click the most obvious link here, return deposits, or you can click the button on the dashboard. This one right here will both lead you to the same place. And if your account is new, the minimum amount you can deposit is $10, and the maximum amount you can deposit is $80. So when it comes to depositing, for the investment, the starting Kram Investments. If you're new to Kram Investments, then you probably don't know this, but we have what's called dynamic minimum and maximum. So the minimum, when your account is new, you start with a maximum an investment minimum of $5 and an investment maximum of $20. And that previously was the limit in which you could deposit. But since we've switched to crypto, and crypto has a bit higher transaction fees, it makes more sense to have a higher buffer for the people who would want to invest on a daily basis. So for those people, instead of having to deposit multiple times to invest in like the next 4 days, they can just deposit once and have those funds in their account, and pay the transaction fee just once. So that's why the maximum deposit amount is $80. Doesn't mean you can immediately invest $80 once you've deposited. No, you can only invest up to a maximum of $20 per day. So if you every 24 hours, that is, so if you invest right now, it's noon. If you invest at noon today, then the next time you can invest is noon tomorrow, for that account. If you have multiple accounts, then makes sense that you can invest more times than one. But if you're using just one account, for one account, you can only invest a maximum of one time every 24 hours. So back to depositing. There are two ways to deposit. So you can use crypto, you can use referral bonus. If you have a referral bonus, you've been referring people to the platform, and you've earned some commissions. You can use that to deposit, and it will just be straight up. There's no waiting, there's nothing else to do. You just enter the amount and click checkout. That's it. But if you're for this video, we're going to cover how to deposit using crypto, because that's the process with a lot. That's the option with a bit of a process. So you select crypto, and right now the only cryptocurrency being used is USDT TRC20. What you need to do is to enter the amount that you want to invest. Now, as you can read here in the amount to deposit part, including 1% capital guarantee, 2% investment bonus. The capital guarantee is an amount that is deducted, 1% amount that is deducted from each and every deposit that you make. And the 2% investment bonus is a bonus to your upline, the person um, who brought forth this opportunity to you. So each time that you invest, they get 2% of the amount that you invest in, but it is subtracted from your balance. So that needs to be included in the deposit amount. So that's why when you enter 10, the amount to be deposited is going to reflect as 11. When I go to my account, my Binance account, and I check my balance, can check on the wallets overview. I should have about 13 in the funding and 17 in the spot wallet, so about 30 total. Let me see, just confirm that, yeah, 30.21. So I'm not going to deposit a lot actually for this video, because this is just a dummy account. So I'm going to do to enter the amount to invest as $10 actually. No, let me enter it as $15 because this is a new account. It's set to be activated $5 after depositing. Is going to be subtracted to be used for activation. Remember, the activation fee is $5. So I'm just going to use that as the amount to invest. It's not going to be the amount that will be available to me to invest in this, and it's as well not going to be the amount available to you to invest if your account is new, because $5 out of that will be subtracted to cater for the activation fee, as you're going to see in a few minutes. So $16 is the amount to be deposited. Once that is set, once you've confirmed that you have enough balance, and for this amount, let me jump ahead a bit and say that Binance charges 0.8 USDT for every transaction that you make out of Binance. You're going to be charged 0.8 USDT, and if you let's say have a balance of 16 USDT, do not enter 15 USDT as the amount here, because you need to account for that 0.8. You're going to enter 14, because if you account for the 0.8, that means that the amount that's going to leave your Binance account will be 15.8. Yeah, so you need to account for that 0.8 USDT that is charged by Binance. That has nothing to do with Kram. Whether you're depositing in Kram or depositing elsewhere, it doesn't matter. Or you're sending to somebody individually, it doesn't matter. You'll just be charged the 0.8. So since my balance is enough, I'm going to set the amount back to 15. So in order to send to use this, the amount to invest, then you need to have at least 16.8 in your balance. So if let's say you want 20, you need to have at least 21.8. If you only have 20, don't enter 20 over here. Enter sorry, that should be 19. Actually, don't even enter 19. You need to enter 18, so that the amount to be deposited will total to 19. And then when you factor in the transaction fee of Binance, then it's going to be 19.8, which is enough for your $20 balance. So I think that's clear. If it's not, you can just ask in any of our groups if you're already a member. If you're not a member, there'll be a link down below to create an account. If you do not have somebody who referred you to these videos, if you have somebody who referred you to these videos, go back to them. And you do not have an account, go back to them, ask them for their link to create an account. Don't click what's down below in the description. Click theirs. So 15 amount to be deposited is $16, and then you just click checkout. It's going to load the crypto checkout page, and what you can do, like right now when I am on desktop as I am right now, I can either copy this address or I can scan this QR code. If I'm going to pay with my mobile phone, it's not advisable for you to try and read out this number, this address while typing it in Binance, because if you make just one mistake, you enter a capital F instead of a small f, you will lose your funds. So do not type this address manually. If you're on desktop and you want to pay using your mobile app on Binance, scan this QR code. It is going to populate the address automatically. Alternatively, just open your account on mobile and go to the checkout page and copy the address. And so just click copy, gets added to your clipboard, and you can then paste it just like that. So do not, I repeat, do not manually input this number, this address. Slightest mistake and you will lose your funds, because they will go to a wrong address and there is no way to recover. There's no way the transaction cannot be reversed. So do not type this address manually. Okay, that's out of the way. I'm going to be depositing on my desktop just so that I can show you all the process. So I'll just copy the address. Yeah? Then I go to my Binance account and I say that I want to withdraw, because I want to send from Binance to that address. So the way you send funds, the way you send crypto is by withdrawing from your Binance account. So I'm going to go to the withdraw option and I'm going to select the currency as USDT. The address, I paste it just like that. Once you paste the address, the next thing is to select the network. Remember, this is a TRC20 network. So when you come in to select, well, Binance is going to match if you're using the desktop version. I haven't seen this in the mobile version. So if you're using mobile, then be sure to select the right network. It won't match unless that's changed. So just make sure you to select the TRX Tron TRC20 network. Once that is selected, you want to enter an amount. Now this is where the 0.8 comes in. The amount that you're supposed to send to this address for these funds to reflect automatically in your account is 16 USDT. But if you enter 16 USDT in this form, okay, let me just select. It seems when I am on desktop, I cannot select both as the source of funds. So let me just transfer real quick from fiat. No, let me transfer from. I want to transfer from funding to fiat and spot, and I want to transfer how much is in my spot. I have 10. I need to have 16.8, so I'm just going to transfer 7 from funding to fiat and spot. The coin is Tether USDT. It's okay. I'm going to transfer 7 USDT. Confirm. Once you have once you've done that, yep, that's sorted. To still displaying the error. Once you've transferred to the right wallet, then this amount is going to reflect. Remember, the amount that you need to send is 16, but Binance charges 0.8 USDT network fee, which is included in this amount that you've just entered here. So you need to include it in the amount so that the receive amount is exactly 16. And since the network fee is 0.8, then the amount that you need to enter here is 16.8, so that the amount to be sent, the amount to be received in this address is exactly 16 USDT, which is what is required here in your Kram account. Now that's very important. Otherwise, if you send a different amount, the funds will not reflect in your account. They won't. So be sure to include the 0.8 in the amount that is indicated here. Don't send more, don't send less. So once all that is done, you've confirmed that the coin is USDT, the address is correct, the network is okay, the amount is this amount plus 0.8, so 16.8 in this case. You've selected the right wallet with the right amount, with the right balance, with an enough balance, then you can go ahead and withdraw. If this is the first time that you're withdrawing from your Binance account, there's going to be some questionnaire that the Binance will ask you some questions just to confirm that you know exactly what you're doing, that you know that you're transferring that crypto outside the Binance network. So just answer those questions. They're a bit easy to get through. There are about 3 or 4 questions. Once you've done that, then you can go ahead and enter the verification codes. So I'm going to do the verification part off screen. Depending on how you've set up the security of your account, if you've set up two-factor authentication, you'll have to add this. If you set up email verification is a must, I think, and phone number verification. So you just request a code there, and then once you've entered those, you enter your authenticator code. If you don't have that, that's okay. That's only if you added two-factor authentication. So let me do the verification real quick, because they never display your codes in public. So I'll pause and come back once the verification is done. Okay, so I'm done with the verification, but I've got this pop-up that it's awaiting approval. Sometimes you'll get it. Normally they say 12 hours, but it takes a lot less time. Actually, I could just go and find that it's already going through. Most times it will just go through without any issues, but sometimes there has to be some kind of a process. So it says processing, so it's fine. It's going to be completed. Once you've done that, you don't need to do anything else. You can just click done. This is just going to take you back to the deposits page, and you're going to find that the account status is pending. If let's say your account had been logged out before you came back to this page, or before you copied the address, you can always just click the checkout button next to this to the deposit record. You can click the checkout to go back to the page that shows this information. This wallet address is the same, so you can always come back here using that checkout page. So right now, since I've already initiated the transaction, all I need to do now is wait, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'll be back. I'm going to pause the video, and I'll be back once the transaction is complete. It normally takes about 5 to 10 minutes on average. So far, it's taken about 5 to 10 minutes. The speed varies on a number of things: the confirmations, the network, how congested it is. So it's not set that it's going to take a few seconds or a few minutes or 4 minutes, 5 minutes. It's between a certain range. So just be patient with it to complete its thing. I'm going to pause the video and be back once this is all done and once it's reflected on my account. So the transaction has completed. I'm actually not quite sure how long that has taken. How long that was? 12:19. Right now it's it was complete by 12:25. So that was about 6 minutes to reflect. So if I refresh the account, the status you'll see will have updated to credited. And if I try to check out right now, it will tell me that it's already complete. So if I go to my dashboard again, remember when I told you about the $5 that will be subtracted once the account is activated. That's why the balance is now at $10, because the deposit arrived, and the moment it did, you're supposed to receive an email. This is why it's so important to use to verify your email in the very first step of registration, because you receive important emails like this. So the amount that arrived in my account from the $16 is 15.6. There is a fee that's incurred by the payment processor that we are using, so that's why it didn't arrive as the entire $16 that was sent. So there's that fee that's always incurred by the payment processor, as well as the 1% capital guarantee that we talked about earlier. So that email received. Then for the account activation, you actually don't have to do anything. Account activation is automated. The moment you make your initial deposit, the next minute your account will get activated automatically. So the deposit reflected at 12:25, as you can see from the time in my email. Then the next minute, the account got activated. So that's why you can see this email. So in the email states that the status has been changed to active. So that's it for the entire process of depositing and activation. It's not such a heavy process, but it requires that you follow the steps. The most important step, I think, so far is when it comes, the error that I've seen people making so far is when it comes to the 0.8 of Binance. So you find, like, for instance, in my case, I had set an amount of 15, so it came to 16. This is how it was. So instead of entering 16.8 as the amount here, most people are entering where is it? I think the amount field is gone until I enter an address. Okay, most people enter the amount that's indicated in the checkout page. So that means after the subtraction of the 0.8, the amount that's actually sent is 15.2 and not the 16 that's required for that particular transaction. So have that in mind, that the amount that's indicated here in the to be deposited once you've entered the amount to invest, the amount to be deposited, you should always add a 0.8 to it so that it is sent as exactly 16. It arrives in the payment processor's account in that address that was issued to you as 16. and then they do their own cuts, and then the system, once it arrives in the system, the record arrives in the system, 1% is deducted as well, and then you get the balance, which in my case was 15 point and something. So if it's your first time depositing again, if you see this and then you go to check your balance and it's $5 less, don't wonder why. It's because $5 has been used automatically to activate your account. Okay, so it's already long enough, 25 minutes. That's going to be it for this video. As always, do subscribe, like the video, share it with other members who might be having an issue, especially with the deposit process. Share this video with them, let them watch it, let them understand that it's not a complicated process to use cryptocurrency as a means of payment. And we only have 2 videos left, and that's how to invest on Kram Investments and how to withdraw. So those videos are going to be coming up next. And until then, be safe.